My name is Sonia Loskot, and I'm the proud principal of David G. Burnett Elementary School, home of the All-Stars in Dallas ISD. I am so honored to stand in front of you all today, participants and alumni of Teaching Trust, especially on Teaching Trust's 10th year anniversary. Wow. So I joined this community in 2015 with my leadership team at David G. Burnett Elementary. At that time, I was forced to reflect on my why. Why am I in this work? Why am I in education? Growing up in Belize, I lived a very comfortable life. From early on, my parents drilled and instilled education in my life and in my siblings, and the importance that we must be educated and that one day we would go in college. Everything in my life so far was very planned out and most predictable. But when I was 14 years old, everything drastically changed. I call it my shocking reality. Due to a traumatic situation that even till today I still don't know, I'm still unaware of it, my mother abandoned my siblings and I, and she left the country. Whew. Okay. So my siblings and I, we all lived separate lives, even up to today. But I was so lucky and so fortunate to have, by the grace of God, a family that I didn't really know embraced me, took me in, fed me education, and they also, yeah, thank you. And the most important thing that I think Anna Shea touched on today, they treated me like one of their own. I was their daughter, the daughter they never had. And so my life was falling apart, but the hope that I had, I knew that a better education laid in my education. So I disciplined myself to study and push through, and I did. And so after a slight detour in corporate sector, I ultimately found myself working in schools in Dallas, Texas. And I stand before you today, a proud immigrant and one of 15 master principals within the Dallas ISD. Thank you. Which means that David G. Burnett Elementary School has made significant gains in academic scores, but in many different areas, over 4 consecutive years. So shout out to my David G. Burnett Elementary team, because they did that, But still, I question, why education? Why am I in this work? And so I started doing home visits my first year teaching kindergarten. I wanted to visit the family. I could not understand poverty. I didn't think poverty existed here. And so I went to their homes, I visited the students and their families, and I started understanding. And one of the things that I saw were some of the conditions that some of the students were living in. And I noticed that most were caused by historic injustices of our communities, and that was a wake-up call. It woke me up again. At 14, I was one of those students, and I was able to fight through my future because hope was planted in me from the very start, and also because of that family that took me in. And so to me, education equaled hope, and it still does today. And education was my North Star. When I stepped into the role as principal of Burnett, we were doing okay. But when we started diving deep into the data, we realized that we only had one student who was out of 200 and almost 200 students scoring at commended scores at the time. That was one student leaving our school. And they were on the path, probably on the path to go to college. And so I realized that that wasn't enough to give our students the hope for their futures. So today at Burnett, we fight for 100% masters for all students. We do this because we do believe that every child should be given a chance of success like I was given. And as educators, we should provide the tools and hope for that success. Our school would not be here today without Teaching Trust. And the program provided us with the tools and the systems to set strong foundation for our students at Burnett. And today, we're proud to say that 27% of our students are at mastery level in 5th grade. And in 3rd grade, we are closing the presentile pipeline. We now are proud to say we have over 50% of our students at mastery level. And so today, we still set the bar high for excellence at Burnett, and we continue to strive for 100% because we know that it is our responsibility. We are responsible to create an environment where every single child can feel successful and will be successful. And all of us in this room, every single one person in here has an opportunity to transform the outcome and to bring hope for the students. In this 10th year of Teaching Trust, I am here to ask you to please stay involved with the community on behalf of all our students. As an alumna of this program, I ask you to consider one of the following 3 things. So number 1, connect with Teaching Trust and also share your story to inspire others and to inspire North Texas community with the great work happening in our public schools. There's great work happening. And number 2, you can also be part of advising Teaching Trust in their organizational strategy. And number 3, donate and give back to Teaching Trust, community of educators, so that we can continue together to do this important work. This work is so important. And so you can do that by texting TT Summit at 44321. So I'm going to actually have my phone here, and I'm going to text 44321. TT Summit, and as you see up there, you can do $10 for the 10th year anniversary, or whatever amount you want to give to go ahead and give Teaching Trust. So I'm going to go ahead and donate. And as you can see, it's right here. You choose what you want, so I'm going to choose. Because this is important work. And there we go. And so you can also, if you feel comfortable right now, go ahead, pull out your phones and do the same. And finally, we ask that you take a survey to share feedback on the day and let us know that how you would like to be part of Teaching Trust's 10th year anniversary, or the 10th year. And as an added bonus, you're going to receive all the digital copies of all the sessions that you attended today. The survey, as soon as you finish completing your survey. So the survey link has been emailed to each and every one of you, but you can also find it on the PowerPoint slide behind me. Thank you for all you do to bring hope to our students and families each day. Happy 10 years, Teaching Trust. Thank you.